All right, BarNaturalPrez, talk to the people, man. Let them know what's getting ready to go down.
What's going on, YouTube? You're back with the Prez. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the best possible way for you guys to go about losing fat and building muscle at the same time, right? People may tell you it's impossible to lose fat and build muscle, but actually the studies show that you can do it, 100% doable, right? You just got to do it smart, and you got to learn how to prioritize your training and your nutrition. So if you guys watched the last video with George, we filmed about a month ago. I was probably a little thicker, had a little more body fat on me. Me personally, I actually just started a cut last week on March 1st. We're filming on the 10th now, so we're 10 days in right now, and I'm down just about 2 pounds in 10 days. Started around 167 pounds, now around 165, just about something like that, right? So number one, guys, first thing you guys gotta always come into account with is your calories, right? How many calories do you guys actually need to be eating in order to maintain what you're doing right now, right? Because if you guys have a goal of losing fat and building muscle, it means if you have extra fat on your body, it means you're probably eating in a surplus right now. Even if you're not tracking your calories for the last couple weeks or months, or you never track calories in your life, right? If you're holding on to body fat and you're training on the regular and you're wondering how come I can't lose this body fat, it's because you're eating more calories than you're burning throughout the day. Simple. You could train as hard as you want. You can hit the gym 5-6 days a week. If you have body fat on you, there's no way for you to fill out body fat with muscle, right? You can't just fill out and build more muscle and thinking your body fat's gonna just turn into muscle that way. That doesn't happen, right? What you have to do, guys, is learn to manipulate your diet and your training. So what I mean is, first, like I said, you have to find out your calorie needs. So if you guys have never tracked your calories before, the first thing you have to do is go and find a fitness calculator and find out what your total daily energy expenditure is. That number is your maintenance calories. Your maintenance calories is, that means whatever you're at right now. So if you guys are at 20% body fat and 190 pounds, if you were gonna stay that way forever and you didn't get to lose, and you didn't wanna lose any more body fat, or if you didn't wanna gain any more body fat, the number of calories of your maintenance calories is what you need to sustain where you're at right now. But obviously we all have a goal, and like we said, we want to lose fat and build muscle. That means we don't want to be where we're at now. We want to make a change. So in order to start losing fat, we got to start changing the calories, right? So from that maintenance number, now guys, there's many apps that you guys could use. Just Google fitness calculator, total daily energy expenditure. I actually got one on my website. You guys want to check it out, barnaturalfitness.com/calculator. Always choose the goal, maintain weight, right? Because that's going to give you your maintenance calories. Every single calculator will give you an option. Do you want to maintain weight, lose weight, or gain weight, right? If you choose you want to lose weight, the calculator is going to do the calories for you, and you won't know your maintenance calories. It's just going to tell you the calories that you should be eating. If you say you want to gain weight, again, it's going to give you a surplus of calories, and it's not going to tell you the calories that you should be eating. You guys want to find out where your maintenance calories are on your own by just saying that you want to maintain weight. Once you have your maintenance calories, that's when you come into the equation and you can start deducting or adding calories depending on your goals, right? So now if you want to lose fat and build muscle, first thing we have to do is be in a calorie deficit. So like I said, I just started a cut 1 week ago. I'm going to give you a perfect example by using me as an example. My maintenance calories fall between 3,000 and 3,100 calories a day, depending on how active I am. That means in order for me to have maintained my state before I went on my bulk, because like I said, I just started a cut. So if I just started a cut, that means I'm coming out of a bulk, right? That means I was eating in a surplus of calories, and now I want to cut down, because the only way to actually build muscle mass, actually build muscle and put on weight, is to be in a surplus. You cannot burn fat and build muscle and gain weight. Impossible. You could burn fat and build muscle, but you can't burn fat, build muscle, and gain weight. Those three, it's impossible. You could gain weight and build muscle, but you can't gain weight, build muscle, and burn fat at the same time, right? So you get 2 out of 3 at any given time, right? So if you want to burn fat and build muscle, that's the same thing what I want to do, because in my surplus of calories, I gained a little bit of body fat. So in order for me to cut down, I had to drop the calories a little bit. So like I said, my maintenance falls between 3,000 and 3,100 calories a day. At the end of my bulk, the start of 1 week ago, before I started my cut, I was eating between 3,400 and 3,500 calories a day. That was a surplus of around 400 to 500 calories per day. And that surplus took me about 3 to 4 months to build up to that many. I started only a 250 calorie surplus, and then I increased it by another 250 calories, right? So I was eating in a 500 calorie surplus for probably the last month before I started my cut. So what did I do right away? Did I drop down to my maintenance calories at 3,000? I didn't. I could have, but what I did was I dropped my calories down now to around 3,200 calories a day. I'm slightly above maintenance level, but now I'm increasing my energy expenditure to burn more calories to get me below maintenance. The misconception that people have is that they got to do a ton of cardio in order to burn calories and burn fat. You could do a ton of cardio, you'll burn calories, you'll burn fat, but you'll also burn a lot of muscle. You need to learn to prioritize resistance training over cardio. You guys want to build muscle, you got to give your body a reason to build muscle. And doing cardio all the time sends a signal to your body to burn fat, not to build muscle. And it also sends a signal to your body to get rid of anything extra that's making that cardio harder. So if you have a lot of muscle on your body and you do prioritize more cardio now, your body will start stripping that muscle away. So like I said, you guys got to find your maintenance calories and then start going into a deficit. But like I said, I'm going to use me as an example. I was eating 3,500 calories a day. I dropped my calories down to 3,200. If my maintenance 3,000, 3,100, that would put me still in a calorie surplus of 100 to 200 calories a day. But how do I get into a deficit now? Now, like I said, I changed my training up. I went from taking long break periods and focusing on strength to now I'm increasing my volume. I'm doing more hypertrophy work. I'm increasing the reps and sets. I'm burning more calories during my workout by doing more volume of training, right? When I'm doing strength training and my surplus of calories, I'm pretty much longer break periods, right? Taking 2-3 minute breaks between each set. Now I'm cutting the break periods down. 60 seconds, 90 seconds between each set. I'm throwing in superset style training. That's gonna give me added calorie expenditure besides me just dropping my calories down to 3,100, right? So if I drop my calories at 3,200 and then I burn another 200 calories throughout the day, that puts me now at about 2,900 to 3,000 calories, putting me down now into a deficit. So that's how you guys do it. If you guys wanna build muscle and burn fat, first thing you gotta do is find your maintenance calories. So let's say person A hit their maintenance calories are 3,000 also. They're not coming out of a bulk, they just wanna start cutting, right? So what do? What do I tell them? All right, let's start eating 2,800 calories a day. We're gonna put you in a 200 calorie deficit, and now I want you guys to increase the amount of steps you walk a day. If you walk 10,000 steps a day, I want you to walk 15,000 steps a day. If you walk 5,000 steps a day, I want you to walk 10,000 steps a day. Because that little bit of movement will increase the calorie burn throughout the day without having to strip away from muscle by doing excruciating cardio. And then what do they say? Initially, when we drop the 200 calories from their maintenance, they're gonna start losing weight right away. They're gonna start burning fat. And as long as you prioritize resistance training, meaning you're lifting weights or you're doing some type of calisthenic workouts at least 3 to 4 times a week, giving your body a stimulus to maintain that muscle mass, then everything's gonna work out fine. You don't need a big deficit because the volume of work will maintain that extra calorie burn. So then once you hit a plateau of being in around a 200 calorie deficit, now say, all right, let's drop your calories down to 2,600. So now you're 400 calorie deficit from your maintenance. Now you have even more fat loss will kick in, right? You don't have to do everything at once. And all we're doing now is manipulating the calories a little bit. The training staying the same, we're just dropping the calories. Your body will start, every time you drop the calories, your body will have a new phase of fat loss. And as long as you keep the resistance training in the routine, your body will maintain that muscle mass. Now, I'm not saying not to do cardio. I'm saying to prioritize the amount of cardio you do. You want to think about burning your calories through added reps and sets during a workout, right? You want to do, if you were only doing 3 sets of 5 reps during your bulk, let's go to 5 sets of 6 reps, right? Now we're doing increasing the repetition by almost 20%, right? Let's do supersets. Let's do 2 exercises back to back. That's gonna increase the heart rate. That's gonna give you more of a burn during the routine. You're still sending a stimulus to your muscles to get strong and build. And that's another thing, guys. You guys still wanna always focus on maintaining your strength, because that's the first thing that will tend to go when you start to drop your calories, is that when you start to lose strength. So you should always prioritize trying to maintain as much strength as possible. So you should always still try to incorporate, at least on every workout session, one movement should be dedicated towards maintaining the strength that you worked on. So if you were in a strength phase during your bulk, let's say you were hitting 100-pound pulls, while you're cutting, you still want to keep that 100 pounds on and work at that load, right? You don't want to let your body get unaccustomed to lifting the weight that you were lifting when you were intaking more calories, when it was easier. You want to keep giving your body that stimulus to maintain that strength. but at the same time, the stimulus now of adding the supersets, adding more volume, is going to increase the energy burned during the workout. It's going to increase the hypertrophy, increase the time under tension of the muscles, forcing them to not only get stronger, but bigger as well. And as long as you're maintaining a slight deficit and not too much of a deficit, you're going to have no reason for your body to start stripping away muscle. It's only going to want to strip away fat. And that's when diet comes along too, guys. Listen, remember, you got protein, carbohydrates, and fats. You always want to keep your protein to around 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. That's if you're in a cut or if you're in a bulk, right? So if you're eating less calories than you take it in, you still want to eat 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. On a cut, you could even go a little higher. You could go up to like 1.2 grams per pound of body weight. On a surplus, minimum you guys want to be taking in, I would say about 0.8 grams to 1 gram per pound of body weight. Because in a surplus now, your body has no reason to ever try to burn muscle because you have so much extra energy from the fats and the carbs that you're taking in that your body will never try to strip muscle. But in that deficit, remember, muscle is taxing on the body. So if you're doing a lot of cardio, your body's gonna say, I don't need this muscle, I need to have better lung capacity, I need to be more efficient at running. Let's strip away from this muscle. And if you're not eating a sufficient amount of protein, your body's gonna have no reason to hold on to that muscle. So in a deficit, it's very important to get a minimum of 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. And it doesn't matter if you're doing it vegan or non-vegan ways, just get that 1 gram per pound of body weight in. I'm telling you, it'll probably be a little easier eating non-vegan sources, but if you do it vegan, go for it. And again, 1 gram to even 1.2 grams per pound of body weight. So if you weigh 150 pounds, you should be eating about 150 to maybe 175 grams of protein max on your cut, right? That'll keep your muscles sufficiently anabolic, meaning they're sufficiently getting the amino acids that they need to repair and replenish. They'll have no reason for your body to start stripping them because you're constantly sending nutrients for the muscles in particular, right? And again, guys, like I said, protein, carbs, and fats. The main thing you guys want to focus on, remember, carbs are an energy source for intense workout, right? Fats are excellent when you're doing cardio. So if you have a day when you're not training, not doing resistance training, that's when you can start to manipulate the carbs and the fats. There's no reason for your body to keep being fed carbs if it's not going to utilize the carbs. Remember, when you eat carbohydrates, especially simple carbs, fast digesting, what happens? You get blood sugar. I mean, sugar from the carbs, when they break down, goes into the bloodstream. And the sugar from blood has to go somewhere. What happens then? The pancreas releases the insulin, and the insulin then shuttles that blood where it needs to go. If your muscles are depleted after a workout, what's going to happen? Those sugars are going to go right back into the muscles and be stored as glycogen. Remember, the insulin is a shuttling agent. As soon as you have carbs in your system after you work out and your muscles are depleted, that insulin is going to take that sugar from the blood and fill it right back into those muscles. But now if you didn't work out and you just said, all right, let's just eat a bunch of carbs today, now you have all this blood in all this sugar rushing through your blood. The muscles don't need it. What's going to happen? The pancreas is going to shuttle that insulin is going to shuttle it right back into fat cells, and it's going to get stored as body fat. Then you're not utilizing it. Then so on a day when you're doing just aerobic training, if you're doing just cardio for that day, or if you're not doing any resistance training, if it's an off day, that's when you want to lower the carbs. That's when you want to increase the fats. Remember, fats and carbs are the two main energy sources for your body. You guys have heard of ketosis, right? Why do people say they lose so much weight on keto, right? Because their body goes into ketosis and it starts burning off ketones. Now you could teach your body to do that. On a day when you don't need the carbohydrates, you could manipulate and eat higher fats, right? You still eat the same amount of calories regardless. 3,000 calories of high carbs, 3,000 calories of high fat, it makes no difference. Damn, if I had let me show them on my phone real quick. Look, guys, let me show you something. I'm gonna show you my fitness pal of my own. Look, I track all the time. So look, we're gonna go to yesterday's calories. Yesterday for me, it was a high carb day. I ate 47% carbohydrates, only 29% fat and 24% protein for the day. I had 364 grams of carbs yesterday, right? Now let's go to 2 days back. That was 2 days in a row I did high carbs. So yesterday and then Tuesday was high carb day. And then look, Monday, high fat day. Look at that. 43% fat on Monday, 145 grams of fat, only 233 grams of carbs. And look, 193 grams of protein on that day. I'm 165 pounds, so just about 1.1, 1.2 grams per pound of body weight. The days that I have higher fat are the days that I'm not breaking down any muscle. The days that I'm just chilling around the house. I'm just walking. Maybe I'm going for a hike or something. No muscle breakdown. No need for me to give my body those carbs because they have nowhere for them to utilize it, right? So think about that, guys. Remember, it all comes down to calories in, calories out. You want to be in a slight calorie deficit, and you want to continuously drop slowly, right? You don't want to go into a quick, unless you're extremely overweight and you're eating and you have a lot of calories to play with. So let's just say if somebody's let's just give this person an example, right? Let's say we got somebody that's 6'2", 250 pounds, 25% body fat, right? If he was to use a fitness calculator, his maintenance calories most likely are probably gonna fall around like 3,500 calories. He's a big body, right? A big body like that needs a lot of calories to sustain that size. So let's just say his maintenance calories come out to like 3,600. That type of person, I would say, okay, let's go into a quick 500 calorie deficit, because a 500 calorie deficit is still gonna have him eating over 3,000 calories. And now if you're eating 3,000 calories of quality food, listen, if you're eating correctly, it's very easy to eat 3,500, 4,000 calories of sodas, pizza, donuts, cupcakes, shit like that, right? It's very easy to do that. Try eating 3,500, 4,000 calories of steak, chicken, rice, sweet potatoes, shit like that. Try to do that. Fucking hard that is. That shit is tough, man. So for a person like that, a big statured person, I would say, all right, let's put you in a quick 500 calorie deficit, because you're still going to get to enjoy 3,000 calories worth of food. So remember, guys, it all comes down to calories in, calories out. And it's not that hard, man. Use a fitness calculator. Just find your maintenance calories. Just search total daily energy expenditure calculator, or look, go on my website, barnaturalfitness.com/calculator. It's going to take you right to the fitness calculator. Always choose maintenance calories, that you want to maintain your weight on any calculator that you use. That's going to give you your maintenance calories right now, meaning it's always going to generate the number of calories that you actually take in right now, whether you know it or not. That's how much you eat on average to maintain where you're at right now currently. So like I said, if you want to lose weight and build muscle, you got to drop your calories slightly. We'll go into 200 to 250 calorie deficit for most people. If you're extremely overweight and extremely large stature person, we'll put you in a 500 calorie deficit. And that's it, guys. You got to prioritize resistance training 4 days a week minimum, doing calisthenics or something in the gym with weights. 2 days of cardio if you guys want to do cardio, and that's more than enough. Remember, we want to let the calories do the work for us. We're going to be in that calorie deficit, and we're going to be increasing our energy expenditure by doing more work in the gym, increasing our steps outside, not having to go and worry about running on cardio and doing treadmill work every day, right? And then slowly, every couple of weeks, we drop the calories down another 200, 250 calories at a time. Maybe we'll add in 1 day of cardio a week, months down the line, right? We'll add in 1 day of cardio every like couple of weeks, right? So maybe after 3 months of 3 months, which you shouldn't really have to diet longer than 3 months, maybe by the end of 3 months you're doing cardio 3 times a week and lifting 4 times a week, right? But you still got that prioritizing of lifting weights over cardio. So look, guys, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. You guys could always hit me up on my page also, BarNaturalPrez. Actually, BarNaturals on YouTube, BarNatural Fitness on Instagram. I changed the IG handle, BarNaturalPrez@gmail.com. But like always, G's gonna have the link in the description. We appreciate the support, and look, you guys can see, like I said, if you go watch the video that he posted up of me maybe 2 weeks ago in my park. I think I don't know what challenge it was or what talking video it was, but you'll see I was definitely a little thicker. So like I said, right now I'm just about 164, 165 pounds, coming in at just under 13% body fat, just about 12.5% body fat. I'm going to get down to 10% body fat this summer, 100% for you guys, to show you what a true 10% looks like. Like I said, this is a true, like I said, just about 12.5% body fat here. I'll show you guys actually too. So as you guys know, I have the Smart Scale. If you guys watch, I'm posting up on my channel today, full day eating. And if you go watch the video from last week, it was my whole talking to you guys about my whole cut journey right now and how I'm gonna be updating you on my channel once a week, right? So this was yesterday, 163.6, 13% body fat, right? And that's me after eating a high carb day. When you have high carbs, remember, carbs hold water, carbohydrates. On my higher fat days, watch my updates. When you're eating more fats, the first thing that happens when you start dropping the carbs is you lose water weight, right? You're instantly gonna look leaner. Carbohydrates mean they hold on to water. So like I said, this is 12.5% body fat right now. And this was yesterday's weigh-in in the morning, 163.6. So as you guys can see, cut's going good. And like I said, like the video, share the video. We appreciate the support. Leave a comment. And like always, guys, peace out. BarNaturals.